Hello, fellow Sudokans, and welcome to Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku puzzle for Monday, the 20th of December 2021. A new week is dawning. I guess this is the Christmas week, isn't it, for those of you that have Christmas? It's not something that appears on our calendar here in Thailand, though. I'll explain how to play the game of Sudoku in a moment, and you may well be a newcomer to the channel because Monday is beginner day. So welcome if it's your first time here. I will get on with the game in a moment, but first of all, let's offer some congratulations to the newly elected, or just about to, or president-elect, let's put it like that, of Chile, somebody named Gabriel Boric. I hope I have pronounced that name correctly, maybe not. I do apologize. I don't know much about him, but I do know that he, in The Guardian, is described as, in quotes, a leftist former student leader. Well, okay, but most importantly, he has at least managed to keep out Mr. Kast, a far-right candidate, especially appropriate right now because it's just a few days ago, just a couple of weeks ago actually, that Pinochet's widow finally died and kind of brought an end to that era of Pinochet, that horrific era in Chile's history that still resonates now around the world, the human rights abuses carried out by Pinochet. And so congratulations and to the people of Chile in having kept out a right-wing candidate. And by the way, one thing is actually he did at least accept defeat. He hasn't gone the route of Trump and Bolsonaro and saying, "Oh no, it was all rigged" and everything like that. He has at least accepted defeat. So some kudos to him, the loser in that election. Right, let's get on with today's Guardian Sudoku. Now, if you've never played the game before, I shall explain very quickly that we have squares in rows across, squares in rows down, and you will see these large black lines delineating sections of 9 squares. There are 9 squares in each column, 9 squares in each row, and you will see numbers that go between 1 and 9. Not more than 9, not less than 1. And that's because there are exactly 9 squares, so we fit the numbers in once. Got it? Okay. How does it work? So in this block here, we have some numbers already, 9, 4, 3, and 7. So we are missing a 1, we're missing a 2, we've got 3, we've got 4, we don't have 5, we don't have 6, we've got 7, we don't have 8, we've got 9, right? So you can see what's missing from here. Now, if you look at this 8, remember, a number can appear only once in its row, column, or block. We call these things blocks. So this 8 means that 8 can't appear in these 2 squares here. And this 8 means that 8 can't appear in these 2 squares. So if it can't be in those 2, can't be in those 2, where does it have to be? You're right, it has to be there. There are no other options available. Okay? Let's take another idea, but similar. Look at this column. Now we have 1, 3, 5, and 9 in this column. All of the other numbers we need to get to complete the column. Now we're going to look at number 4. We don't yet have a 4 in this column, okay? But we look at this 4 and say, look, a 4 can't appear here because it's in this row here, so there can't be a 4 here. We look at this square here and we say there's a 4 in this row already, so that can't be a 4. We look at this square and we say there's a 4 right over here, but it's in the same row, so that's blocking that square from being a 4. And there's another 4 here stopping this, so no 4 here, no 4 here, no 4 here, and no 4 there. So 4 has to appear in that square there because that's the only available one for it. If you're hearing background sounds of motorbikes and stuff, I should explain I live in Bangkok, don't have soundproofing, and it's a noisy place from time to time. And that time is old time, actually. Right, so I don't play these games ahead of time, so I have no idea how they're going to work out. So I'm looking at them as you are right now. If you haven't played the game already, 5 blocks across this row, so there's no 5 allowed in these 3 squares. 5 blocks across this row, so same thing here with these 3 squares. So no, no. Now we see a 5 up here, and we block down. So we have blocking, blocking, blocking. Just that square there, where a 5 can go now. And let's take that 5 and say it blocks up this column, because now we've got a 5 in this column. Nowhere else can be 5, and this 5 blocks up this column in the same fashion. Blocking, blocking. 5 goes there. Now this 5 blocks across this row, and this 5 blocks up this column, so 5 has to go there. See how it works? You kind of reduce the numbers, reduce the options available. 5 here blocks up this column, 5 blocks up this column, and 5 blocks across this row, meaning attacking that square there. So now we know 5 has to be down there. In this row we don't yet have a 9. This 9 means that 9 can't appear here, and this 9 means that 9 can't appear here. So making its appearance in this square is the only option for 9. This row doesn't have a 2, but 2 stops this square from being a 2, so 2 has to go there. Now there's only one number missing, so this is the next place to look. We can count through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's no 6 anywhere. 7, 8, 9, so 6 is our missing number. We can place it right now. The missing numbers here are 3 and 7 if you count through, but there aren't any indications to say which is which, so we just have to leave that for now and come back to that later when we get some more information from other numbers that we've placed. When you have played the game a bit, you get to see a bit more advanced things or start to look ahead a bit. Let's show you something which is kind of, you have to keep some ideas in your head, but I think it's as good practice to give you some idea of how the game will go if you play at the harder levels. And we'll look at digit 1, okay, and I'm going to tell you that 1 appears in this square here. This square here must contain a 1, and I'm going to show you why, but you have to consider imagining a few steps ahead, okay? So first of all, let's see, 1 blocks across here and 1 blocks down here, so blocking and blocking. What does it mean? It means 1 has to be either in this square or in this square. Now we can't say which one yet, we don't have any indication, but we know it's either here or here. It doesn't matter which one it appears in, whether it's here or whether it's here, it's still going to block down here. So these 2 squares are eliminated as being 1, right? So let's knock them out. And then of course this 1 down here knocks out the 1s down here. So immediately these 4 squares can be eliminated. Now we only got 3 to consider, this one, and this one. Now first up, this one blocks across there, so that can't be a 1 there, can it? That means we've only got 2 places to consider now. So let's think about this. This 1 blocks down here, and 1 blocks across here. So 1 is in one of these 2 squares, right, which will block this square here. So that's how I know 1 must appear in that square there. Now let's do something similar again, shall we? Well, actually, no, I don't need to. 9 blocking down here, 9 blocking down here, and 9 blocking this square. So 9 goes there. Okay, I'm trying to give you the easiest way forward, not make it too difficult, because I know that this is beginner's day, really. I call it beginner's day. The Guardian calls it easy, but 3 across here, 3 blocking across here. Got it? Blocked and blocked. So 3 must be there. Now we know that 3 is one of the missing numbers up here, right? 1, 2, there's no 3 yet. So 3 is here or here, but that will block down here. 3 blocking down here, and 3 blocking across here. So 3 has to be in that square there now. We don't yet have 2 in this column, but this 2 stops that square from being a 2 because it's in the same block. So if 2 can't go here, 2 must be here. And now we only have one number missing, so we must check 1, 2, 3. There's no 4. We've got everything else, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, if you want to check and make sure you haven't made a mistake, which is a good idea sometimes. This 1 blocks down here, so 1 is in that square there. The missing numbers here are 6 and 9, but we can't do anything about that just yet. It's okay. We'll hold off on that. Let's see what's missing down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 we have. We don't have a 6 yet. 7, 8. We don't have a 9 yet. So we know that the missing numbers we need to complete this column are 6 and 9. We don't know anything about 6, but we do have a 9 saying this can't be a 9. So we now know that 9 must be there and 6 must be there. The 2 missing numbers here are 4 and 8. We have a 4 blocking that square there. So 4 goes here and 8 is the last number that we need to complete that block. Now 8 blocks down here, 8 blocks across here, so 8 must be in that square. And then let's continue that 8, say blocking up this column, 8 blocking down this column, 8 goes there. Now 8 across this row, there's an 8 across this row and 8 down here, so 8's got to be there. And then 8 down this column, 8 down this column, 8 across here, 8 across here, 8 goes there, and I think that's okay. We now have finished all of the 8s. We don't have to look for any more. 1, 2, 3. We don't have a 4 in this row yet, but we have an intersecting 4 saying that can't be 4. So we know the 4 goes here. What else do we need? 5. There's no 6. We've got everything else, 7, 8, 9. So 6 is the last number we need for that row. Missing numbers here, 1, 2, and 7. Okay, right. In this block, this is a nice one. Watch out for this. In this block here, there are 3 empty squares, and there's no 1, there's no 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there's no 7. So we're missing 1 and 7. Now this square here can't be a 1 because there's a 1 blocking here and here. Can't be a 7 because there's 7 blocking here and here. So if it's not a 1 or a 7, then it must be a 2 because it's 1, 2, and 7 that's missing, right? Okay, there's 2 blocks across here, so 2 is going to be here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 goes here, and then up here 1, 2, 3, no, oh 4, sorry, 5, 6, no 7 yet, 8, 9, so 7 goes there. 7 blocks across here, 7 is there. 3 is the last number we need to complete that block there. Okay. Where should we look now? Let's just, what's missing across here? We don't have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a 6. We don't have a 1 and a 6. We look for intersecting 1s or 6s and we don't find any. So, okay, so we look elsewhere. What's missing across here? 3 numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Actually, we should just look down here and we'll find that 6 is the missing number for this column. Let's put in the 6 there, because that's missing there. Anyway, we had 1 and 7 both blocking that square. Okay, so what's to do now? Missing numbers across here are 1 and 7. Now we have 7 blocking this square here, so the 7 goes here, the 1 goes here. 4 blocks across here, 4 blocks up here, so that must be a 4. 2 numbers are missing here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We don't have a 6 and we don't have a 9 in this column, but we have an intersecting 9 here. So the 9 goes here and the 6 goes here. Now 6 blocks across those 2 squares, and we know that 6 must go there now. 1 number missing across this row. Start to count the numbers, and the first number you can't find is 1. So we know that that's our 1 there. 1 number missing here, 1, 2, 3 goes in here. And then what's missing down here? Anything? 2 and 6. We don't know, still don't know which is which down here. But over here, this 9 blocks this square, so 9 goes here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 goes here now. 6 back this way stops this square from being a 6. 6 is here. 2 is here. 2 blocks across this row. 2 goes here. Up here, 2 blocks that square. 2 goes there. 1 goes there. This looks a bit fast, but it's just because there are not many choices left. 1 blocks down here, so 1 goes there. 7 is the last number that we need. 7 blocks this square, so 7 goes here. And 5 is the last number to finish our beginner's level game today in the Guardian Sudoku puzzle. There are lots of beginner level puzzles. If you check on this website, on this YouTube channel, you'll find a whole list full. Go to the lists and find a beginner or easy level, and you'll find dozens, if not hundreds, of videos that you can learn from. Okay, that's it. Thank you very much. Please subscribe to the channel and come back for more Sudoku whenever you feel like it. Bye bye.